It's your boy Matt here, back with another video. Great fight. Canelo versus Bivol. I just want to do a little recap. See what you know this means about pound for pound rankings. What it means for Canelo. Where does he go from here? Um, Obviously, Canelo lost the fight. In my previous video for the prediction for this fight, I said that Bivol would give Canelo one of the hardest fights he's ever had, but I still picked Canelo to win the fight. So a little hit and miss from me. But at the same time, it was a very interesting fight. Um, I just expected more from Canelo in terms of a game plan. I didn't like the game plan that he implemented. It seemed like he was just waiting for Bivol to get tired, but he was actually the one who kind of ran out of gas in the end. Bivol did surprise me. He didn't surprise me in his style of fighting, but I respected how composed he was. I wasn't sure if he'd be able to take those big shots from Canelo, but he ate them easily. Was really unbothered by most of Canelo's activity and his power. So, but I feel like that's why you have weight classes in the sport of boxing. But nonetheless, I don't think this takes away any greatness from Canelo. In fact, he was actually daring to be great by taking this fight. Um, Stylistically, it wasn't a good matchup for him. A physically bigger guy, longer guy who doesn't really bite on anything. We saw Canelo kind of try to bait him in multiple times throughout the fight, and he was like, "No, I'm gonna stay right here. I'm not falling for that." So he's a smart guy. He's a smart fighter. We knew this, but we weren't really sure how he would fare with someone at Canelo's level. But he did great, exceeded many expectations. Won the decision. I thought the scorecards were relatively closer than they should have been. Sorry, but um, it's Canelo. They're gonna try to kind of protect him, if you will. In a rematch, I see something similar happening, but at the same time, if Canelo kind of works on his gas tank, maybe goes to the body a little bit more than he did, the outcome could be a lot different, in my opinion. I think Canelo could even win that fight. So I still give it like a 55-45 for Bivol. Um, but either way, like in terms of pound for pound rankings, I think you got to take Canelo down a notch, if because I personally had him at number one, or I at least had him in the top three. But I think he's definitely a little bit lower. Maybe I'd say maybe at the 5-6 spot, but I think that kind of elevates like either Earl or Terrence. But it's like my 1A 1B kind of. So I'm kind of a cheater, but um, uh, the weird thing is that Canelo is still on my pound for pound list, but Bivol isn't. So my argument here is kind of like Canelo's Canelo's where he's at as a fighter. Let's say if he were the same size as Bivol, I believe he beats Bivol. But in his natural weight class, whatever you want to classify it at, 168 if you want to call it that, or 160 somewhere in the middle, I think he handles everybody. So I'd like to see the Triple G fight just because I feel like it would set up something big. Maybe I don't know. I wouldn't rush into a rematch with Bivol. I'd give it some time, um, see where that goes. I think could stop Triple G, but Triple G's also a monster, so it's gonna be difficult. But I see Canelo winning that fight comfortably, to say the least. Um, but yeah, I just want to talk about Canelo. I don't think this means anything. It's a little bit of a stain on his his resume, his kind of the respect you kind of, as a fan, you kind of say, oh, he got beat, but at the same time, the guy was much bigger. It wasn't that surprising. No one's going really crazy that Canelo lost his fight. Bivol's a very credible opponent, tough guy. Yeah, but we'll see what happens with Canelo in the future. But that's all I got for this video. I just wanted to talk about Canelo's fight a little bit. We got uploads every Tuesday, baby. We try to recap and cover future fights that are coming the next weekend. So look out for that Gervonta Davis and Rolly Romero video coming up probably next Tuesday. That's going to be a great fight. I'm here in Jersey, close to New York, so I might pop out to that weigh-in. So if you're out there, I might see you there. But the fight, I want to watch that on TV for sure. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the constant support. Remember, uploads every Tuesday. We're staying consistent on that. So yeah, we're out here, man. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.